In this video I have some daring techniques for you. I will demonstrate an easy method to transfer your drawing or image onto your canvas. Additionally, I share a secret on how to make your painting stand out with vibrant brightness. To achieve this, we must lay some groundwork first, as we are working with oil painting. So we are using very light colors on groundwork, our underpainting, which stays 2 days for drying time, and then we start doing the main painting. So after 2 days, depending on what the temperatures, from the tropics, so it takes only 2 days to get oil painting dry. So if you do and use acrylic paint, it's a different story. It takes only a couple hours or even 1 hour, and you can start. I got no experience on acrylic transparent paints, so I don't know how they work, but I suppose you can try with acrylic with this painting as well. This one is the oil paint, so I know my transparent paints, how they react and how I can use them. And it's just interesting how use with them with different techniques. Underpainting is very important. It's very light colors that it shines through. When the light hits the board or canvas, it actually reflects all that color on the top, just illuminates, which is a very interesting effect. If you haven't seen my other videos already, I'm using a crumb paper towel to tap on those clouds on the top and on the bottom, and then just lightly pushing them around and using different colors. Then I blend it with the brush. And the same thing is with this Australian bush, using olive green and crumb paper and all the tree leaves as well. Olive green is a transparent color as well. You tap, more lighter it gets, and less you tap, it's more darker colors. So you just have to remember that. It's one technique I use a lot. And here we go now, do those grass. I'm tapping it with light brush. And now we're just adding up the burnt amber on the top, the light color. Like you can see, it's a transparent color as well. And it does shine underneath. More you swipe it and take them up, and it's just give the natural look. Here I'm just tapping up randomly. And here, if you use your hard brush, you can get that little grass. And once in a while you can tap it on turpentine, that it comes off a little bit more easier. But you gotta swipe it on a piece of towel or paper that it doesn't start dripping, because that can happen as well if you have too much on the turpentine on your brush. Why I like the oil paint, because I got more time to work on it and push in and around, and I can erase it if I want to. Because I'm in the tropics, the oil paint is a little bit more giving, and I can control a little bit more easier. And I decided wipe off the paint where the caravan gonna go. And this is the easiest way to do the caravan. If you don't want to draw it yourself, you can just use the graphite paper and just make sure that it's the right way underneath when you do the sketching, and it just gives that outline where you want to space that caravan or house, if you want to do the house or whatever you want to do. And if you are not very good drawing things, that's just the one way to do it. And as usual, I do very monotone colors: ultramarine blue, burnt amber, and titanium white. With these colors, you can do, black or gray, which is good on this purpose. And then you can glaze it, after a couple of days when the painting is nice and dry, you can put the color on the top. That's good about glazing. I love glazing because it does give, again, that illuminating aspect of the painting. Starting with black, outline the lines, and then actually with this painting I would have done a little bit differently. I would have just painted the grey paint directly on that caravan and then come back to it to do all those lines, what I'm doing now. So just a little bit impatient. With the oil paint, you have to be a little bit patient to do step by stage, layer by layer, which is better. But again, you can come back to it and fix it up. Because the painting is dry underneath, it's easier to fix up all the mistakes just using your paper towel, wiping it off. If you make a little mistake like I did here, and just shaping it up and pushing it around and correct it. Anything with the man-made, like house, caravan, cars and structure, takes more time to paint because you have to be more detailed, and you just have to take your time then detailing after detailing, and eventually you get there. Just adding a little bit more burnt amber on the shades, which is great color when you're working with burnt amber. Just finishing my branches of the tree. I left it for purposely open up because I didn't know where the caravan ends up to be. Aussie caravans are part of the Australian culture, and you see a lot of retirees with the caravans going around Australia and traveling. Actually, those new caravans got the little tinny on the top, and they just press the push button and the tinny comes out of the caravan rooftop, and it's just great to see all the retirees just having a fun in their old age and traveling around Australia. Here I start glazing a little bit just before I leave the painting for overnight, and then I do the proper glazing. Adding a little bit more camping chair and camping table. With the painting, the light source is important, what direction the light comes from. And you don't always need to add the sun on the painting, because you can actually see the shades already shows where the sun comes from, and it's not necessary to. But I did add the sun in the end. When I was glazing them. That reminds me, in my second grade at school when I was little, teacher said, "Whatever you do, do not paint sun on the sky. That's your challenge today, kids." And of course I did the sun on the sky in my painting. I couldn't resist it. If you're interested, I got another video for the Australian outback where rusty cars become art, and there's just a little different techniques to do the rusty car, which has been very popular in my collections. I've been selling those a lot. We are getting to the end of the video now. Thank you for your company, and see you in next video. Thank you so much.